Hello, chat. Hello. Been trying to remember to catch a stream. Well, you're here, Booba. I've missed you. Oh my goodness, we're shouting you out. There's not very many people here, but we're shouting you out anyways. We're gonna shout you out 100 million times if we can. You guys don't know Booba Solution. He is one of my oldest and greatest stream friends here on Twitch. So show him some love. He doesn't really stream very much, but I can hope. Welcome to everyone. This is Jabberwock33 stream. I'm Jabberwock33. You guys can call me Jabber. We're here for our Wednesday stream, which is usually either Persona or Pathfinder. And if you're here, you know it's Pathfinder. So we're here hanging out with a bunch of my friends from the real world, as in not the internet. Playing some basically D&D. It's not quite D&D. Pathfinder is a bit different than D&D, but it's for all intents and purposes, it's D&D. And we're playing the pre-made campaign Extinction Curse, where we are part of a circus trying to save the world. It's wild. We'll get more into that in a bit. Before we meet up with the rest of the group there, we're going to get some music playing. We're going to play some lo-fi. That seems to be just that one has been hitting all the right notes lately. We'll get that going, so we have something going on in the background. And then our schedule for the week moving forward. Tomorrow, I'm off. Friday, we'll be back on with Tank Girl 90. We just started a new Hearts of Iron 4 game. Me as the UK and her as Canada. Wow, I could not think of Canada. That's weird. Saturday, we have a very special day planned for Saturday. We're going to talk about it right now. So Saturday, we have our normal stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's not normal. We are going to be starting a new series, a co-op series, with the one and the only Chibi Rokami, and it is going to be my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke. Not just that, it's my first time ever playing black and white. I'll be playing white, Rokami will be playing black, and it's all randomized. It's gonna be a blast, and it's a soul link, so our mons are connected. If I lose a mon, there's one that's connected to it over on Rokami's stream that just died with it. So it's gonna be a blast. We're starting that again on Saturday. Saturday might also be a double feature for streaming because, well, I'm also getting some Digimon cards hopefully on Friday, and I want to open them with Okusenman and Sassy Chestnut. So hopefully that evening, I don't know what time yet, we'll have a second stream. So Saturday is going to be a little busy. Sunday, we're going to move into painting, or maybe I'll take off since we do a double stream. I haven't decided. Probably painting though. Monday, we'll be back on Persona. Tuesday off, Wednesday, either here on Pathfinder or more Persona, depending on our schedule. That's it. That's what we got. We're going to head over to the other screen, see the guys, but if you guys don't remember, I got to mess with the camera. The camera's really weird when it comes to Discord and Twitch, so I got to change it to this camera. Hi. And then I got to switch over to this screen. I'm going to make a better way for this. I will. I swear I will. Start my camera. Undeafen. And say hello. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
I hope you guys are doing well over there. We are live and hanging out, and yeah, take it away, Mr. GM.
Oh, so hi everybody, and welcome back to Extinction Curse, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure path. And we've got our group of circus folk who are going to be throwing a show in the town of Aberton today before going off to the Tower of Erin to investigate some rather scary sounding rumors about troglodytes trying to destroy the world via Aeon orbs or something.
That was my name in high school.
Troglodyte?
Aeon orb? Troglodyte makes sense.
Troglodyte.
No, Aeon Orb was my father.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and start introducing our circus people. So let's start with Gog today.
Oh yes, hello. So I'm Nopi Winston, and I am playing the wonderful Madame Wandergog. She is a tiny goblin psychic with a penchant for sparkly objects. And she's very little. Also,
I could-
if anyone was keeping track from last week, my boss did drop into the chat to quiz me on retro boat facts, and I just would like everyone to know that I did indeed pass that test, and I'm one of the boat people now.
You can never go back.
You're one of those.
Never go back.
Achievement unlocked, I guess.
Yeah. I know far too much about double acting, triple expansion steam engines.
Let's move on to Croc then.
Yeah, so I'm Shadaro. I play Croc, the Tengu monk, who also has become the group healer for reasons, and I just knock everybody out non-lethally. And so we have three methods that are now part of our service circus.
Don't you have 4?
We had 4, but the first one that we actually, like, unless he decided to come back, he left.
For Tiffy. Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to
Okay.
capture another water method.
Or not. Okay. Then let's move to Rug.
I think that bird's the avatar.
Hello, I'm Tasty Cookies or Rug. My character is playing this, and I am an orc barbarian. It's a strong man. Yes. Oh ho ho.
Awesome, thanks. Then let us move. We're gonna jump up here to our little coin friend here, Yosemite.
Penny for my thoughts. Hi, I'm Chuck, and I'm playing Yosemite, a rather crusty Dwarven ranger with a penchant for sharpshooting and tridents. And I'm looking at my list, and everything I do is piercing damage. It's like my forte is piercing people. But yeah,
Oh my god, we have a piercer.
I'm a legit piercer. Sort of.
Uh,
I'm gonna run a
And then-
piercing booth at the circus, just so you know.
And then let's move on to our ringmaster, Yilindar.
am I actually the ringmaster?
Yes.
Well, I think we voted that.
Okay, cool. So I'm playing Yilindar, the Elven Barker and Ringmaster. It's my job to get people to the circus. I wear a mask that changes shapes so that I can emote, essentially. And I even took a new feat where I actually do that. So it's not just a role-playing mechanic anymore. I have rules. So I'm excited to do that.
They're fancy.
Awesome. So let me activate the big top then. Throw everybody
The
into it.
big
I
top.
guess before we get started,
Yeah.
Cookie has ghoul fever or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
want to try and treat disease.
you're not gonna let Gog do it with her healing crystals.
Is it poison?
Is it really only poison that your crystals do?
Yeah, it's where'd it go? Crystal healing is treat disease or treat poison.
Yes.
Yeah, it would work with it would work if you wanted to try that instead.
Okay, how do I do this?
Wait! Before we do this, just because we can doesn't mean we should. What happens if he does turn into a ghoul? Like, is he full ghoul?
Yes.
Do we have a circus geek at this circus?
No, Chuck.
Character, no Yosemite.
Yosemite, no. We're a
Well,
good
you know-
circus. We're an unexploitive circus.
We're a good circus. I'm pretty sure we
get
tied up
fed
a clown and
chicken a
left him.
day.
Pretty
You
sure
know
we
what?
tied up a
Up
clown and
left
left
all-
him in a ditch. So you know.
Right. We get fed plenty of wild turkeys. You have to catch them himself in the cage. But, that's his exercise as well as being fed.
Oh my god.
Just think about it. How much time do we have before he goes bad? I'm just curious. Seriously, because he's the biggest
Before he
member we
goes
have. He's got the
bad.
most devastating weapons.
I mean, in terms of combat, we desperately need him. So.
Yeah.
Could we just take the cage along with us and point aim at 8 people and open the cage?
Oh Jesus.
I mean, it would add to his strength.
Did he?
Damn
As
it.
the other melee person, no.
Look, I'm just trying to find lemons in the lemonade in the lemons. Okay.
We can fix him with rocks.
All right. Brain him then. Fine.
Okay, how do I fix him with rocks?
Take
Just
treat
throw them.
disease check.
Yeah.
Which is an occultism check for you.
Yeah. Is that one of the things
And-
I can just click in here? Treat disease.
Remove 5 gold of precious stones.
I have some precious stones. Okay. It's just a medicine check. but
No, it's
I
an
get-
occultism check.
Yeah. I was getting there. Oh, and I'm an expert. That's good.
Look at that. You cured ghoul fever.
Hey.
Cookie, you're free of the ghoul fever.
Yay, we lost our circus geek.
I
You
can't imagine
don't
the
need
strongest
it.
school in the world. Thanks, guys.
Glork. Oh no.
Glork?
Glug?
Oh no. Stool doesn't work very well. Never mind.
I fixed you with rocks.
I like to think that you just walked up, threw a rock at his head, and was just like, "Get better," but it
Yeah,
works.
probably.
That's exactly what happened. Okay.
Yep.
So now each of you has to decide how you want to. So basically, there's like a week before the circus, right? And you all have to choose how you want to prepare the show. Now, I believe I sent you guys some rules on like
Mm-hmm.
everything if you guys want to do anything like that. But so you have a total of a week before the show, so you guys can choose to do a circus parade around town. I mean, you guys can also like do things independently if you don't want to do them.
Did you say
But there's-
parade?
Yeah, so you can do a parade. You can do
Mm.
advertising to promote the circus.
Can you say that word again?
Parade?
Yes. I got the parade handled, guys.
Yay!
Well, numerous people can join the parade as well.
Don't worry, I can handle it. It's a one-man job now.
It's a one-man job.
Uh-huh.
You can practice your tricks to get get bonuses on a particular trick during the show. You can practice a routine to get a assistance on an aid check during the show. You can do group rehearsal all together to be able to add +2 to any check during the show.
That's a big one.
And sorry.
I said that sounds like a big one.
Yeah. So those are all the. So that's all of them, and basically each of you can choose to do like you have 6 days to do some
wow,
combination
you
of
lost
those.
a
and
day
each
already.
one- Sorry.
You said a week earlier. Now we're down to 6 days. Time's just flying by.
Well, the day of, you've actually got to like do the circus. So yeah, you guys have days to prepare. So the circus parade generates anticipation, and if you remember from before, anticipation is the number you want to hit with
Mhm.
excitement.
Yes.
So you want to try and raise as much anticipation as possible. Other things you can do to prepare for the show is you can pay for advertising.
Hey, for advertising.
Yeah. You can so you can buy like upgrades, that sort of stuff.
What kind of upgrades?
So, if you want to upgrade, let me see what you can buy. You can buy like a drink stand, like those
Oh
sorts
yeah,
of.
yeah.
So the circus upgrade, there are a bunch of them. Better bleachers, assigned seating, upholstered seats. There's a ton of things.
Oh,
Um,
we should
a
look at
roller coaster, but that's very expensive.
We're gonna take them on a roller coaster of emotion.
But like first you'll have those. But I guess I should also explain how the circus works again for those of us who are new to it all. So basically, there's a couple different mechanics to the circus. The first thing is this is a 3-ring circus. So that means there's basically 4 acts in the circus. There's the opening act, which is you have one person do you have one person go out in the center ring, and they do an act. The next one is the build-up act, where there are 2 tricks, done to impress the crowd. And one's in the left ring, one's in the right ring. The one after that is the big number, which is a single trick in the center ring again, but it's like the focus of the whole evening, so normally that's the most dramatic trick.
Mhm.
And then there's the grand finale, which is all 3 rings have an act inside of them. So as you can see from the map here, we've got our 3 rings.
Yeah.
So you guys can plan the show the day of, or you guys can prep for it together. do
I
a little
actually
bit
still
pre-prep,
have my
whatever you want.
schedule from the last one we did.
Do you want to do the same schedule for these people?
We might, because last time it didn't go so well, so we might as well have like a it goes well this time.
A redemption.
A redemption arc.
And how many NPC acts are there?
One,
is there?
2,
6.
3, 4, 5.
There are a total of 6 NPC acts.
Oh, one for each card. Okay.
Yeah, those are the NPC acts. If you choose to use them, you don't need to if you don't want to.
I think it'd be a really quick show without them.
Yeah. Now, the first time we did a session for the circus, it was a little bit more in depth because it was also like the intro to the the campaign and everything. This time we're doing a little bit more streamlined. So during the show, each of you has a total of 3 actions you can do. If you choose to be one of the acts, you can only be part of that act and do those 3 actions. The ringmaster only has 3 actions during the show. And they can either choose to raise anticipation or focus on an act and raise excitement after the act has been done.
Oh, okay. I can raise excitement.
Yeah, but you only get 3 actions during the show. So you announce everything, but then you can either raise anticipation or excitement based on how things are going.
Did Send in the Clowns get nixed?
Send in the Clowns is still there. You can send in the clowns 3 times during the show. It's a reaction, so it technically doesn't count as an action.
Ah, good, because that was my go-to.
You can only use it 3 times throughout the show. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And a total of once per act. So basically, one of the acts you can't send in the clowns to distract people.
Gotcha. So we need one less injury than last time, I think.
Yeah. If you do hit, if your anticipation and your excitement, so the goal is to have more excitement than anticipation. But the critical is to have your anticipation match your excitement. That will give you double the amount of payout. So does that make sense for everybody? I mean, I know it's not like the most clear thing, but we'll pick it up over time as well.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay.
The thing I did last time was costume.
Yeah, so basically you would get the chance to roll 3 different 8. So if you decided to do
Gotcha, okay.
costumes again, you'd get the chance to roll 3 different 8 checks during the show.
Gotcha.
To aid 3 different people.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Okay. Since I'm new to this, I do have kind of a crafting ability, so maybe I could help out with ops and making sure things are running secure. As in, wasn't there like a rope issue or a trapeze issue last time?
There may have been some rope issues last time.
There were snakes. I can't help you with that.
The ranger can't help us with animals.
Well, I can kill the animal. That's how I can
That
help.
works.
But I didn't know if you guys wanted to buy any upgrades for the show with your money, or because right now the show's pretty destitute. There's like 15 gold in the show's in the show's savings right now.
I mean, that's
God,
about
we
as
got-
much money as I have.
Gog's been carrying my money, so yeah.
How much is
Fine.
that? How much is that beverage stand, the concession stand?
So you can do either temporary concession, like you can either do like a temporary stand where you like hire a group to come in once, or you could hire an actual like concession stand.
How much is the actual concession stand?
Yeah,
Let's go big. Let's go big first.
go big.
Yeah, get those
Let-
dreams
let me-
crushed right out of the way.
Thank you for the lurk, bearded Brandon.
Where are these?
You are the man.
upgrades?
Let me get you a shout
Circus
out.
upgrades, permanent upgrades.
10 gold. 10 gold.
No, it's it's 40 gold.
40 gold, really?
Yeah.
You know what? You guys? You've been doing me good. I'm gonna buy you a concession stand.
Okay, so
Excuse me, what? That's so nice of you.
Aw.
And I get 40%. So it's okay. Don't worry.
So how do you go about getting this concession stand? Do you know somebody or?
Okay, yeah, let's do this. All right. How close is the town by us?
Oh, you're in the town.
I'm in the town? Okay. All right. I'm also going to start hitting the, I guess would be the business district. See if they have any, like, will they do any construction, small craftsmanship, things of that nature. I guess we're going to have to kind of build the concession stand. We don't have any ready to go, I'm assuming.
There's not a lot of craftsmen in town. In Aberton. But the Mad Mug is a place in town that sells drinks and stuff.
All right. I'm going to head over to the Mad Mug, and I'm going to walk up to the bar and slam my fist down and say, I want to speak to the proprietor, the owner of the establishment.
Okay, now they don't know you. They know everybody else because they saved their bar earlier, but they're kind of skeptical of you. So the owners come to the front and they say it's an older couple. They've seen some stuff and they go, how can I help you, Sir Dwarf?
I'm going to start smiling with a big giant smile and say, hi, my name is Smitty. I'm the newest member of the circus that came to town. And I'd
Wayward
like
one.
to have a proposition for you.
What's that?
All right, side note. I have a new skill feat called Fascinating Performance.
Okay.
Is there a chance I could win them over to help me out with this? Where do I put that as a dragon? Yeah. Oh, I could drag it into the chat.
I mean, you're currently sort of just talking to them, not performing in front of them.
All right.
If that
All
makes sense.
What if that's
Gotcha.
how
Oh.
that's how his pitch goes, though? You know.
You decide that you're gonna just stop in the middle of the conversation and start so how are you performing? What are you doing?
All right. I guess more of a salesman performance. Trying to really jockey those rules. Really compliment them of the place and how great this place looks. I'm really excited to be here. We're glad to be back. I'm happy to be part of the troupe, and I'm happy to meet you guys. And I think we have a great idea for something we could join.
I out of respect for the diplomacy skill, I'm gonna say that falls under diplomacy, not performance.
Out of respect for the diplomacy skill. Shoosh.
All right. So, that's worth its shot. All right. So I'm going to ask them what I like to do is for the right sum, we can agree on. I like to get a beverage stand set up, kind of like an outdoor garden vibe, portable, collapsible, easy to maintain and go with. and you guys can be the drink providers. And we can work out something on that level.
Could you roll a diplomacy check for me?
Sure.
Oh no, I guess it's the second roll of the game.
I'm untrained. God.
Oh,
Pretty good for untrained.
So
Yeah.
they're quite enamored with what you've presented to them, and they're even willing to give you a discount on drinks for this. So rather than charging you the 40 that I initially told you, you're only going to get charged 35. So you're getting a 5 gold savings
all
right
right.
on.
through your
give
pitch
them-
there.
I'm going to give them 2 free passes for the show. Just in good faith. Just, yeah, 'cause
So I'm going to say that the drinks that you just bought, that is going to increase anticipation for the show. So basically, you have a permanent upgrade to your anticipation.
Ooh, all right.
So we'll calculate that out once we get a little bit closer here.
all right. So what's the total damage for me?
35 gold.
Okay.
Nice little discount.
Down to 29. All right. Actually, is there I'd like to get a prop made for my act. Is there someone in town I should talk to, or is it?
I mean, you're
You're
kind of you're kind of the best craftsman
All right,
in
perfect.
like a 10-mile radius.
Right,
And,
yeah.
I kind of imagine like you asking like that to like one of us, and like we just like find you a mirror and just like point you in front of the mirror.
Look at the reflection.
So,
Perfect.
There is another check here, called craft upgrade. So you can craft a prop, and to try and improve the show. So what are you trying to craft?
Well, for one of my tricks, I'm going to have someone pick a card, and I'm going to shoot that card and say, "Is this your card?" What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up all the cards to be exactly the same, so I can't fail.
Hey, what if they pick two? Never mind.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Mm-hmm. Didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it was an idea.
So, cool. Yeah, let's do a crafting check for you then.
All right, hold on a second. Is that under core skills or?
Yeah, it's under his
yeah, it's just a check. It's just the crafting skill.
Okay, there you are.
9.
So you failed to complete your item, but because it was only a normal failure, you're able to salvage the cost of raw material, so I don't need to charge you for any of the materials you bought for cards or whatever.
Perfect. I can still
Okay.
work with this. I can still work with these failed cards.
So you still have 2 more days with which to prepare for the show. If there's anything else you want to prepare. You can
Practice. I want to
practice.
train. Yeah, I like to practice.
Okay, so for practicing, you will. What is your performance that you're doing?
I'm going to do a sharpshooting with the regular crossbow. I'm not going to do the repeating one.
Okay.
So my first one is I'm going to have Drug throw me in the air, and then someone is going to throw an apple in the air at the same time, and I'm going to shoot it while I'm being tossed in the air. And my next
Okay.
one is I'm going to have Yolandar come out and put an apple between his legs, and I'm going to shoot them. By the way, Yolandar, just remember, I wasn't there, but I was in the crowd that day, and I heard about your derogatory comment, how all dwarves look the same when you're talking about your acrobats. Still on my list.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
we have acrobatic dwarves that can throw you. You don't have to use rug.
Yeah, Rug's gonna be doing his own actions, so.
You know what? Let's do that. I feel the acrobatics would probably be a better.
The triplets.
Yes, perfect. And then because that way Yolandar doesn't have to call us by name because we all look the same to him. And then the other one, I was going to have someone pick a card out of the audience, and I was going to have them throw the cards in the air, and I was going to shoot it.
Oh, okay. That's a good 3 rounds for tricks. So in that case, you're actually going to be doing shooting. I'm gonna say since there's an element of danger, you can use your reflex check on it.
Okay.
But if you roll a critical failure on your check, you will get injured. So that's the sort of check it is.
He will, or someone
Okay.
else will.
Like Yellendar.
I did not agree to this.
Someone will get injured. We can figure that out based on the circumstances.
Okay.
And then also, so you're actually, since you are now all level 4, you're actually allowed to do 2 different stats for your tricks now. I forgot to mention that.
Oh.
So for your other one, since you're having people pick a card, you could either do thievery for like the more thievery or stealth for the more like, you know, magical side of things, or a performance check, whichever one you think fits better.
Okay. I tell you now, or wait till then.
Well, the thing is, since you're practicing, you need to roll one of those. But if you
Okay.
roll reflex and roll a critical fail on your reflex check, you will injure yourself before the show, which is not good.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Delightful.
but it gives you a better chance of getting a critical success as well.
You know what? Let's do this. I'm doing it. Here I go. I'm doing the reflex.
Okay.
I'm listed as expert, correct?
Yep.
All right.
All right, this is one of our
Hit the
important
wrong-
roles.
I hit the wrong button. All right, here we. All right, I got what a modifier. There we go. I keep hitting the wrong thing.
All right, there we go.
There we go. So that's just a normal success, but that
But nothing
will.
broke.
Sorry.
Nothing broke.
Nothing
Me or
broke.
something.
So
There
you're
we
getting a
go.
You're getting a +1 circumstance bonus to one of your reflex checks during the show.
Okay. Yes.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so that was all of Chuck's stuff for the week. Who wants to go next to tell me what they're doing for the week?
So I think I would try to, help integrate our new circus members into the various acts.
Okay. So you're going to be doing some like group rehearsal stuff?
Yeah, it's like we have a fire, earth, and air method that we need to like integrate.
Okay.
So I don't have my
That bird's the avatar.
So I don't know like what would make the most sense for the earth. The fire is didn't we have like fire?
We have a fire breather. Or a fire knife thrower, right?
Yeah, like we have
yes.
twins or something.
And you know what? I'm going to say Typhos, the water method, is still around. So Tiffy's still around.
Yay, we have all four. I mean, we did capture.
You should have all 4. You've knocked them all out fair and square. You should have all 4.
I mean, that's how it works in Pokemon. So,
Wait, do they follow you around? Or are they like hiding somewhere? You have to summon them? You keep them somewhere on you?
No, they just live in the circus.
Yeah, they're circus members.
Oh, okay.
The only stipulation is that they can't fight each other. That's the only stipulation they have.
The Method Menagerie.
The Method Menagerie. I love it.
Yeah. So the fire one, I'd want to try and integrate with the twins. The water for the diva, like for her escape act, so we hopefully don't need to
Ooh,
break
that's a good one.
Yeah.
break the glass next time she fails.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Rug, do you like? Would you have like a use for like assistance for like Earth for any of your acts?
Is an earth method particularly heavy?
Yeah,
No.
they
Oh,
they
yeah.
can make themselves really heavy. Yeah.
So
They're
he can be your weights.
get on top of your weight that you're already lifting. Okay,
Sure.
there we go. And there's an air method, right?
Yeah, the air, I would use to like kind of like assist with the featherfall 5.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Good idea.
Whose current emphasis is on the fall part.
Okay, so you want to roll a group rehearsal check for your methods?
Sure. What is that?
So it'll be a performance check. Actually, I don't know if you have performance or what could you do?
Rage was staken. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for joining us. Just doing a
Yeah, I
chill,
would say performance or diplomacy or
Pathfinder
intimidation,
game today.
depending on how
Hope you're
you're
enjoying it.
getting them in line.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll try diplomacy because why not?
Being nice to your methods.
Kindness.
Plenty of pep talk. Okay, cool. So, because of your group rehearsal, you'll whenever you have your methods help with one of your assist checks during the show. Do it. Yeah, they'll get a +1. You get 1 +1 check on one of your methods because of that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you still have 2 more things you can do for prep. You can promote the circus if you want. You can join the circus parade that Yellandar is going to do.
You can if you want. Yeah. I think
So
there'll be
the
plenty of
circus
people.
parade is actually each participant in the circus parade goes into town and does their trick. That's what the parade is. Whereas promoting the circus is going through town and sort of announcing it. If that makes sense. So you just parading by yourself with no tricks is not.
No, I'll be. I won't be by myself.
You won't be by yourself. Okay.
How long has it been since the last attempt?
Last attempt at
The circus.
couple
when
weeks.
everybody got injured. Okay.
Yeah, it's been like
When everyone was injured.
it's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. So I think I would, spend a day or two like going through and basically giving everybody like a physical and stuff. Just to,
Okay, yeah.
Thank
Do a medicine check.
All of those.
So unfortunately it was too low and you don't spot anything, but at the same you were too rushed with all the other stuff that you're doing right now, so that it wasn't a very successful. You weren't able to spot if there were any issues or anything that you could resolve before they happened.
Guy comes limping over. You're fine. I'm busy. Go away.
Okay, so you got one more thing you can do, Croc.
Where is the stuff again? Da-da-da-da. Yeah, I mean, I think I would go through and just try and replace. Do like standard like circus maintenance, which I guess would be a crafting.
Okay. Yeah.
Just your standard circus maintenance.
Making sure the ropes aren't gnawed on and stuff.
Yeah, that stuff again. And I am not super good with crafting, but
Nice. Oh, no.
Okay, so that is a +1 that can be used during the show. To help somewhere, if needed. So you've got 2 of those now. One for actually. So what were you working on? Sorry. Like just general. Like what were you focusing on with your crafting?
Yeah, I mean, like I think I would have focused on the ropes because that was definitely an issue last time.
Okay, so on a check for the Featherfall 5, you can get a +1 check to that, to aiding them. Okay, yeah, so that was Croc's week. Who wants to go next?
No one has any ideas? I'll go next.
Yeah, Yelendar, what are you up to?
I want to be the greatest barker I can be and lead I guess it's not technically a circus parade because I don't need performers, but I do want to lead like an ad campaign parade, I guess, through the streets of Aberton.
Okay, could you do a society check for me?
Sure. Does
As
the
you
fact that I have instant parade help me at all?
What's instant parade?
It is a spell where I basically create an illusory parade.
You know what? Let's do an actual parade. Let's do a performance check then.
All right. So I get a illusory parade with dozens of participants and performers appears around you, following you as you move. The parade is lively and noisy, providing enough cover and distraction to hide if you need to. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I basically create my own big illusory parade. I'm gonna be using bullhorn to shout like, "Come one, come all to the Circus of Wayward Wonders." I guess it's 6 days at this point because it's the beginning of my week. See the magnificent wonders. See the what is the sideshow act again? The
sideshow of everyday wonders.
Of everyday wonders.
Everyday marvels.
And I'm gonna hype everyone's act up. Like we got Wonder Gogs, splendid doodads. We have the flaming knife throwers, the snake enchanting halfling, the dwarven tumblers, and everybody. With my own big. What's that? Now with twice the snakes. All right, so performance check that I can do.
Yeah.
Boop. Roll. 17. Not as high as I was hoping.
Okay, so you grew anticipation by 4 then.
All right, I will take it. I just love the idea of being a one-man parade.
Doing illusions through town. So you still have 2 more things to do during the week if you want.
Oh man. Well, I'd like to give it some time. Cause since I did that at the beginning of the week, that was sort of the big hype attraction. But I'd like to keep anticipation up. So I guess I'd like to also later in the week start hey, you guys remember? Maybe put up some posters or something, keep it fresh in everybody's mind. So I guess continue to advertise it?
Yeah. So that would be a society check, that one.
Would be a society check? All right, I have a +1 to society, so we'll see how that goes.
So are you thinking 3 minutes every hour? Frequency for ads, or?
My ads are only 30 seconds every hour, but how's that? One better than my +9.
So it add anticipation equal to your level plus your charisma modifier.
My level is 4, my charisma modifier, I forget, it should be over here, is +1.
3.
+3?
What?
Charisma's +3.
I was looking at Constitution. I was like, my charisma seems low.
So that added the same exact amount of anticipation as your parade.
Beautiful. And then I guess for my last action, I want to be a good ringmaster and sort of just check in with all of the acts. I want to go to each and every one, find out what they need, and then to the best of my abilities, provide what they need.
Okay.
Or if you need me to like just pick one or something, I can do that. In terms of like checks, I guess.
I mean, you're doing a lot of aid. How about you do a trying to think. You're supporting everybody.
Yes, that is my job.
Yeah, I would say diplomacy probably. Unless you're giving a stern air about it, you know, a don't mess up.
I am definitely not stern about it.
Okay, so I'd say diplomacy check then.
All right. +3. That's not terrible. All right.
Look at that. Okay.
How come my +9 was my lowest score on that?
So on one of your checks during the show, Jabber, you're gonna get a +2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and that is Yilindar, I think. 3 actions for the week.
Yeah. Okay. Cookie or Veronica?
Yeah, I was. So, is there any? Because I know that we are fudging rules a little bit with the the sideshow of Wayward Wonders.
Yeah.
Because, oops, we weren't actually supposed to have a player character in the sideshow. So, yeah, I'm just wondering if.
Love the logo.
I just want Gog to be very well, she's got a couple of roles. So like when she's not in the sideshow, she's helping with costumes. She's got to bedazzle some birds.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I bedazzled the fuck out of the pigeon. So yeah, I'm trying to think.
You got better luck with the goose there, Mina. How you doing?
Okay, I need to
stopping
make
in.
Smitty a costume. That's
How you
number
doing?
1. So
More
Smitty has to get a
bedazzled
costume.
beer.
Little bit.
I have to.
So that'll be a
bedazzle-
crafting check.
A crafting check.
Oh
How
no,
you doing, daughter?
magic. You could do occultism for that.
Could do occultism for that. I want to be running the sideshow as well.
Tell me
So
how.
running a sideshow would be more like a society check.
Yeah.
I hope you feel better soon. Sorry,
But
I'm
would that also
muted
just
on
fall
the
under like
Discord,
putting
so I
up
don't interrupt
posters
them.
too? Like
Well, so putting up posters is like a promotion to activity.
okay.
Also, just so you know, there is going to be
Yeah.
a same day activity before the show as well. So like, Chris will probably do some Barker stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yay, Barker.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So you will have some
Um,
sideshow activities before the show starts as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, so first things first, I need to make Smitty a costume.
Okay.
Let's
Didn't need to
start
know
there.
that, Mina, but I'm glad that's all it
Flashy,
is.
Glittery,
Oh,
bedazzled
yes.
beard. I want a big giant hat with a massive ostrich feather.
Oh, it's going to be just absolutely incredible. Because I'm also just gonna like dig deep
No
into
worries,
my
Mina.
collection of sparkly objects and splendid doodads,
Mhm.
in order to make you just the most
it's gone
shiniest
forever.
sharpshooter this world has ever seen.
You're fine, Mina. It's not
Also
that big of a
Project
deal.
Runway,
I'm just
alright.
being a
Make it
goober.
work. Did I make it work, Tim?
Somewhat. There's some of the bedazzlement definitely looks more
Thank you for the lurk, Mina.
looks more
Best
plastic
daughter.
than real. Like
How dare you insult Madame Wandergog? She uses only the finest of broken glass.
it looks like the Party City version of the costume that you're looking to do. So
Tim!
Wow.
Not even
Ooh.
Halloween headquarter. Party City. Oh,
I'm
Wow.
so offended.
I'm
Oh.
offended with you.
I didn't think she rolled a critical one.
no,
Hmm.
I am so offended. I don't want to play anymore. um, fucking Party City. Rude. I'm
well,
going.
you didn't roll super well.
I rolled a 17.
The
Okay.
crafting check was an 18.
I was so close. Ah, you son of a bitch.
I like it. I think I look great. So you know.
Okay. Can I also talk Yosemite up as part of the sideshow of Everyday Wonders? See the man with the bowest legs?
Yeah, that would be a promotion.
And a compliment.
You can do performance for it if you want. Performance or society.
Can I do it mercantile?
What?
Like, can I do a mercantile check?
Oh, you have a lore skill. Yeah, you can do mercantile.
I can like talk up this wonder and just be
Yeah.
his incredible knees.
Yeah, definitely. It's incredible.
How was that
Wow, there we go.
one? You will
Yeah,
never
so-
even notice the lack of sparkles because of how bow-legged this man's knees are.
So, yeah, you can give, at some point during the show, you can give Smitty +2 to a check.
Fantastic.
Oh. Give me a solid.
Cool.
Okay, so, your last thing that you're doing during the week.
Yeah, I should probably do something for the sideshow. I want to split it up evenly. So I'm able to give a +2 to Smitty. Then I want to check in with my many wares, with my objects and stuff. All the stuff that I've collected. And just
Inventory?
see if there's yeah, but like see if there's any good stories that I have. Because that's the whole thing with Madame Wondergog is just like she collects the shiny objects and the shiny stories. So I just want to see if I've collected. If there's anything in my tent.
Yeah, so you've already done an occultism and you've already done a mercantile.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you find, and what check does it use? Do you find something that you think is a relic, like the finger bone of a saint or something that you do a religion check? Do you find some mystical item that you plan on showing off with Arcana? Do you know that something is a piece of crap and you decide to deceive people with a deception check? Do you find some tome of history for a society check or something?
Yeah,
Or you could do an occultism check again. You could find something occult. It just gets a +5 difficulty to it.
Yeah, I that's what I want to figure out. Is like I want to go through my stuff and see if I find anything good.
So yeah, but you can tell me what you find and what you're rolling on it.
But I just wanted you to give me more items.
These are all items
Yeah.
you already have.
Yeah.
Or you could find an item in your inventory, like you could use the feather token or the onyx dog or whatever you want to do.
Or the
Oh my God, I
coral
can use the-
dolphin.
Onyx. Wait, when the fuck did we get a dolphin?
Coral dolphin.
What?
It's just the statue. It's like, I think it was worth 40 gold or something, but it doesn't. do
I don't
anything.
have it.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got the dog. I've got
Basically it's not really
Animal
worth
stuff.
anything,
yeah.
and I don't have an exact item for it. I was really
Okay,
hoping you'd
that's
just
fine.
sell it for the 40 gold that it's worth. But I
the
mean-
pack rat? No.
That's
Or you
okay.
can just have
okay.
a coral dolphin, I guess.
Okay, so here's what Madame Wondergog would like to add coral dolphin to her wares. to see if someone would purchase it for a wonderful price, potentially more than 40 gold.
Oh.
Because just wait until they hear the marvelous story of how this coral dolphin came to be in the ever so tiny hands of one Madame Wondergog. For it is not a shiny piece, but it sparkles with personality.
Roll a deception check.
Hell yeah. God damn it.
It's gonna sell for its normal worth.
Well, 40 is still nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to sneeze at.
Heck,
Yeah,
you can start by
it's still in your
reimbursing
inventory
Yosemite.
if you. Yeah, it's still in your inventory if you choose to sell it day of. But yeah, I put it under your treasure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, it depends on the people who attend on if I sell it or not.
That's fair. That's fair.
They have to show a proper appreciation.
Okay, Cookie. We move on to you. What 3 things are you doing during the week? Are you just practicing? What are you doing?
I think surprise is probably the best move, considering I'm just a strong man and not much of anything else.
Okay, so Strongman has 2 different things they do. They have an athletics check to actually lift the thing, and then fortitude to keep lifting it. So those are the 2 checks that you can choose to practice. If you choose to practice something twice, it does get more difficult to practice.
Okay. So, let's go to my character.
You're not wrong, Sage.
So
In fact, I'm pretty sure we had something
since I
a
got
lot like
Earth
it.
Method actually helping me out.
For Nopi Winston.
I was thinking he could summon like huge boulders, which I could pick up and show how strong my character is and such.
Okay. So do you want to do a rehearsal check with him then, with performance?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought athletics I'd use. But
You'll do athletics for your own practice. You don't want to roll the same thing too many times or it'll get more difficult every time you do it.
So it's performance.
Yeah, performance for your practice with the method.
Well, no, I was saying the Earth Method
No,
could summon the rocks. So
No,
I could
Cookie-
pick them.
I know, but you're rehearsing with the method is my point.
Okay, fine.
You believe me, you don't want to do athletics twice. It makes it more difficult every time you do it.
15.
Well, okay. Unfortunately, that didn't work this time, but that's okay. So you and the method have a little bit of a language barrier. It only speaks like Terran and like broken common, whereas you speak a weird in a weird accent from Absalom. So like weird language barrier there.
It's an accent barrier.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you also want to? So do you want to practice lifting as well, Cookie?
Yeah. So that's athletics.
Yep. That will be athletics.
There we go.
Crit. Okay.
Is that our first crit today?
Yeah. So that means you get a +2 on an athletics check you choose to take. Do you also want to do a fortitude check?
Sure.
For actually holding it in the air?
We'll see how long I hold it.
Practicing your stamina, I guess.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, well that will give you +1 to one of your fortitude checks.
Okay, so working with the method is not probably gonna help.
Well, I mean, Lee can still use his +1 from his method thing if he wants to at some point.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you haven't named the methods, I did a random generator, so I have Tiffy, Blizz, Sonus, and Oris.
Oh no, they're all named. What? Tiffy, Sonus, Tinder, and Grimes.
Tinder. Okay.
Grime?
And
Elon Musk in this game?
Guys, be sure to check out the Craig Beast, our spotlight streamer of the month.
I didn't think about that. That's really funny. Okay. Yeah, so the day of the big circus comes. So everybody, day of the circus, I need to roll Actually, who wants to roll a d20? People
Or
love
do that.
d20s, right?
This means we have
Love
7 days of full rests.
Yeah. Everybody can do 7 days of full rest if you want, or you can just knock yourself up to full health, whatever you want to do.
I'm just gonna knock
That's
myself
good.
to full health. I'm gonna hit the rest button at least once though, because that should give me my focus points and stuff.
Yeah, that
back.
should reset everything.
Hmm.
There we are. Way optimized.
Just figured I'd ask in case stuff goes wrong.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
What
When has
could
anything
possibly
ever
go
gone
wrong?
So everybody's full health and good condition.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
That's
cool.
a fiddle.
So day of the circus. Everybody can figure out what they're doing. So there's a lot of different roles you can do during the day. You can do carnival barking. You can be a clown coordinator and give your team an extra use of send in the clowns. You can be a security guard for the day. You can whatever you guys can think of, I'll try to come up with some rules for it. Those were just some examples, but
Okay.
Well,
Is the
Yilindar is-
concession stand?
do you want to work concessions then for the day of?
Yeah. On much. Yeah. If they have a crew there, that's fine. If they don't, I'll work the concession.
There is a crew there, but you can help
Okay. Yeah. I'll help.
and generate anticipation. Okay, cool.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can either roll diplomacy, society, or if you have mercantile lore, you can roll that.
Diplomacy. Well, definitely not society. Definitely not diplomacy. And you said mercantile.
Mercantile, if you have it, under lore.
I don't. Okay. So society or diplomacy. Well, here we go. No bonuses, none whatsoever. Yeah, I
Oof.
just shut this place down.
So you actually end up scaring more people away from the concession stand.
glittery
changed my
dwarf standing
role.
there.
I mean, if you want to use your hero point now, you can.
Okay, yeah, let's use that hero point. Wasn't planning on it, but duty calls. Yeah, I'm gonna use the hero point.
Okay.
My reroll or
Oh yeah,
should be
you
able
just
to
right click on
right-click
it
it
and do the
and,
reroll. You do reroll
Yeah,
using hero point.
You've got to be kidding me!
Well, now you're rolling like me.
Oh.
So they start trying to push you away from the stand, and you're like, no, I've got this. And then you only make it worse.
I mean, it's good to get these things out now.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Get them low now. Get them low now.
Um,
Alright. What's my intelligence? Do I ever take the hint? No, I don't. I don't.
That'd be more
It's a
wisdom.
10.
That'd be more wisdom.
Okay, you know what? I feel they might be onto something then. So maybe I'm gonna shift my position at this circus. Can I do
yeah, so
security?
what?
honk.
I'm.
I
I mean, for the rest of the. So you already sort of did your thing for the day.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
perfect.
so there's only one thing you can do day of, basically.
Yeah, Gaming
okay.
Kitty, we are back
Yeah,
at
before
the
the show starts.
circus.
Okay.
Show's about to get
Right,
started
this
too.
is
We've
my
been
thing.
prepping
Cookie, you want to do
for the
security?
last hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hope you're doing good, Gaming Kitty.
There's a riot at the bar.
Yeah, there's a riot at the bar. So based on the random effect I roll, it will. You might be able to stop it because you're working security.
Okay.
What is Croc doing?
I was probably going to do security as well since we had, malcontents last time.
Double security. Okay, well, since 2 of you are working security,
I hate when that happens.
we
Gaming
might be
Kitty. It's
we'll
the
be able to
worst.
re-roll each of the random events if you don't like them, basically.
But I'm glad you get to be here and hang out with us a little bit.
Nopey Winston.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing the sideshow.
I'm doing my sideshow. Yep.
Okay, so you're doing your sideshow. What is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can actually generate excitement. How are you doing like are you trying to deceive people into buying things? Are you doing a performance to try and get more people to come? Are you picking people's pockets with thievery? Like what's sort of your
Yeah. I don't know why that's so funny to me, Gaming Kitty, but it is.
I think the goal for the day is to get people to the circus. So like they go to the sideshow and then they don't realize how much time has passed while they've been at the sideshow, and they're like, oh well, now we might as well stay for the circus.
So I'm gonna say your mercantile
you did.
mind helps
You posted it in the Discord,
Yes.
didn't you, Gaming
Of
Kitty?
just like keeping
Pretty
people
sure I
like
liked it.
intrigued and being like,
Mhm.
oh yes, but look at the dog-faced dog. Look at how
Sage
he
with the hydrate,
shares.
thank you.
He takes such wonderful care of his coat.
Okay.
Using the iced tea for hydration.
And oh god, who else? The bearded man. Look
Yeah,
at his
Gaming Kitty?
beard. He also takes such wonderful
Keep
care of
drawing,
his coat.
keep loving it.
And you have very like,
That's
tactically
the
placed,
best thing you can
you
do
know,
as an artist.
stalls so that when they go to leave, they notice a shiny that they may want to buy, so they have to go back all the way to the other side.
Oh, absolutely. You have to exit through the gift shop, which is Madame Wondergog's Emporium of Splendid Doodads. and that will take you directly into Circus.
Could you do a mercantile check for me?
Absolutely.
Exit through the.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hey Tim, does that fucking pass?
No, sorry, the check was a 30.
Best gift shop ever.
Yo, my gift shop is poppin'. How much do I sell that coral dolphin?
Oh, you sell it. You sell it for 60 gold.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give it to me. Give me the 60 gold,
I'm giving you the 60 gold. It's
Thank you.
coming.
I identify
you
as
sell
troubled.
that, and then you make another 20 gold
Hell yeah.
from a very successful day of selling things. And you're generating excitement through that whole thing. So you're generating the first point of excitement for the show.
Yay!
That's huge, actually.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, and our Barker. Could you roll a performance check for me?
Yup, Barker's gonna bark.
Let's see how much anticipation you raise right before the show.
A 25's worth.
Yeah. So that's going to generate 10 anticipation because it's a crit. So
Ooh.
that means there's 10 anticipation from you. There is 5 anticipation from the drink stand. Then there is 8 anticipation from what you already raised. So that's going to make it... That's a really high number.
23.
23.
Math is hard.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think how many acts you're going to have to hit right on the head to hit that number.
Oh, we're gonna hit something on the head.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to see how this goes. And then the show begins.
Man.
So, what is everyone doing during the show? So again, everyone gets 3 actions during the show. If you're doing an act during one of the if you're doing a trick during one of the acts, that's the word I'm looking for. You have to you have to spend your 3 actions during that act. Otherwise, you're like spending time prepping towards that. But you can also do like supporting stuff and do aid checks, unless you're the ringmaster, in which case you get 3 checks during the show that are a little bit unique, I guess. So
Yeah, I think that kind of explains what I'm doing.
yeah. Unless you want to let someone else be ringmaster for a show. which
Nah,
would be quite-
I'm taking it now. It's mine. I have a taste of power. I'm keeping it.
So Cookie's doing one of the acts, so that's sort of his whole thing, right?
Okay.
Well, no, you're not doing it yet, Cookie.
Aw.
You'll do it when the time comes during the show. What's everyone else doing during the show?
Costumes.
You're doing costumes, so you get
Yes.
three aid checks during the show to help with costumes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all of my bonuses are around the methods. I'll be kind of just like helping prepare, like, ensuring that they can actually act
Yeah,
reasonably
method
perform.
wrangler.
Method Wrangler.
And Chuck, did you want to do tricks or did you want to assist during the act somehow?
I guess assist during the act somehow.
So you don't want to do your shooting act though, then?
Oh, I do. I'm sorry, I got confused. Yeah, I do
okay,
wanna
yeah,
do-
sorry. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So, I guess it starts with our ringmaster then. He can decide how to do where to put everyone out at. Certain acts do get certain bonuses. So some of the NPCs do better during certain acts. Like Mordain will be worse if she's not the big number.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
'cause she's
actually,
a
let's
diva,
let's
but
go
she's
through that
better
a
if
little.
she is the big number.
Yeah. So all right.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of a review then.
So we have the first act is a one-person act that starts it up.
In the
Right.
middle. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Last time we did the fire knife throwers. Do they have any sort of bonuses I should know about before we lock that in?
They're just dangerous. They use their reflex check.
Okay. So putting them out by
May or
themselves
may
is
or
a
may
good.
not be more dangerous with the fire method assisting them.
Yeah.
Okay, but having them by themselves is a good thing then, because flying knives won't hit another act.
Yes. They'll only injure themselves.
All right, so they're good first. Last time for the second act, we had Rug and the tumbling dwarves go.
Okay.
Any bonuses on the dwarves I should know about?
Well, the dwarves are now subsumed by. Chuck.
Yeah. Do we want to make them part of Yosemite's act then?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you,
So the-
Yosemite?
They're assisting us Yosemite then.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want anybody who's a playing character to go first, so I can figure out how to level all the turns and stuff with the axe and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like 3 checks during the show, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It'll be pretty
Okay.
easy. Axel has to take a check before he goes out or not. He can get stage fright.
Which one is Axel?
He's the bird guy.
Okay.
But he did very well last time.
Yeah, he was one of our best decks last time.
Yeah,
Because
so
I bedazzled the fuck out of a pigeon.
He has slightly higher numbers than the other acts, but he does have to roll a check before he comes out to see if he gets stage fright.
Gotcha. Well, all
And
right.
he
So
can
I had
potentially not come out.
Mordain as our next, our middle, our big show, because she has
Okay.
that bonus. And then for the finale part where we have 3 acts, I have Axel with the birds, I have the snakes, and just put a number 5. I don't know what that is.
The
Featherfall.
The Featherfall
Featherfall
5. There we go. There we go. Are
okay,
there
cool.
any weird bonuses on any of those 3 that I need to know about?
The Featherfall 5 have our they're good for they get bonuses for the big show.
Okay, which is where we put them.
Yeah, and but only if they're in center stage.
Okay, well I think I'd put them center stage anyways, because then you have the 2 animal acts on either side.
Yeah.
Snakes on one side and the birds on the other.
Yeah, what other acts do we have? And Elysia and Mr. Tickles, she actually gets bonuses during opening act.
Opening act.
Yeah, if you'd prefer to put her for opening act.
What do you guys think? Should we put the fire throwers in the third act where they could hit somebody else? Just so we can have the bonus for Mr. Tickles?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of do need a lot of excitement this time, so it might be worth all the bonuses we can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently
sure. We'll pull it off.
Beverage.
All right, so we'll put fire into the third act and snake into the first act, and just
Okay.
hope
Snake
that-
healthy?
Two snakes, by the way.
The snakes are all very healthy this time.
Yeah, I was about to
There
say
are
there's
numerous snakes.
there's more snakes now.
There are now more snakes.
What was the other snake's name?
Mr. Cuddle. Oh wait, Mr. Cuddles.
Mr. Cuddles and
Mr. Tickles is the old snake, but Mr. Cuddles is the bigger snake
yes.
that you got. So it's Elysia, Mr. Tickles, and Mr. Cuddles.
All right, I think that utilizes all of our bonuses that we can get here. And
I just love seeing Tim's face just like drop every time we mention these.
what's the name
These
of that
random,
thing? Tim?
non-lethally taken out characters that are now part of the circus forever. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay. Okay, so Yolandar, actually I should put some people in this.
Gaming
stand,
Kitty,
shouldn't
there's
I?
anime on
That's
Disney
fun.
Plus.
Right.
I did not know that. What anime did you find?
So
Japanese
you
or
got
English?
you got a plan, Yolandar?
We got our list. Or did you mean something else?
Yeah. So I guess you can take it away then.
All right, so I'm gonna pull myself out here. Schwup. All right, so we have like it's actually started now, right? This is the beginning of the actual circus part.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the actual circus.
All right. Well, look, you're putting people in the stands now too.
I am putting people.
You're
in
gonna
the stands.
lag us out of this, aren't you?
It did just lag me out. Like, in reality, my
Oh.
Chrome just crashed on me.
Ay ay
can't-
ay.
Yeah, Chrome just crashed. I'll be back in a second. Sorry.
All right. So we'll wait for you to come in. Boom. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum.
Okay.
That's weird, Gaming Kitty. I didn't know Disney Plus had any anime on it.
It does.
Doesn't have that. It has
Apparently.
Star Wars anime.
Apparently, it's got like legit anime on it.
Oh.
Who's saying?
Maybe I have to go
Where's
look
this at?
Tengoku Daimakyo. Are you back, Tim?
Yeah, I'm back.
Ah, okay, cool. Then using bullhorn, I make my voice loud and clear for the entire circus tent to hear as I shout, welcome and thank you all for joining the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
And there's big applause as you say it.
Prepare to be amazed. And then I produce flame out of one hand. And bewildered. And I use spout to cause a shooting water spout out of the ground on the other side. And, wait, I said amazed, bewildered, and astounded. And when I say astounded, I'm going to flashy disappearance. So there's a big pop and smoke and clouds and light, and I disappear, but in my place will be the Snake Act.
Okay. So before the Snake Act starts, Gog, did you
Yes.
who did you give costumes to?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. So Axel.
Okay.
Are we counting Yosemite in this, or is he going to be different?
No, he's different. That was a craft check
Okay.
before the show.
The
If you want, you can try to
sorry.
unparty sidify him before the act.
I would love to unparty sidify him, so that's gonna be 2. And then the Featherfall 5.
Featherfall 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elysia's just gonna roll her check then. So she's first gonna do a nature check.
On Elysia. That's what we like to see.
So that's 2 excitement. So you're at a total at 4 excitement right now. I need somewhere to keep track of this.
I got it. Just let me know what the numbers are.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And our aim number is 20 to beat 23. Unless you decide to raise it with one of your
Well, let's see how
sorry.
successful we are going forward first.
So then she'll try to do a
Ooh, wait.
yeah.
Do I decide to aid before or after a roll?
I'm gonna say after.
Okay,
No.
so I have a +2 from what I did, and then I have 3 actions for +1 or for help actions.
So the way I'm gonna say it yours works now
Okay.
is based on the check.
Mhm.
You can roll a performance check afterwards, and you can either try to salvage it by helping.
Okay.
So send in the clowns is your way to react. Your other option is to try and increase anticipation by like pointing it out by doing some silly thing that you can describe to us with that act.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
And then I can or I can help.
Yeah, or you can help. Oh, yeah. So you can either point it out to raise anticipation. You can appear in it to raise excitement.
Okay.
Or you can do send in the clouds. So you don't really have a way to help per se. Is the way.
Okay, but I do still
Other
I have
people are helping.
but I have the +2 from my actions during the week for a help action.
No, it's not really a help action. I would say it's one of your either anticipation actions or excitement actions.
For
So you're not really helping their check. You're
No.
increasing
Remember-
the excitement it generates.
remember during the week, I went and I talked to all the people and I got the crit. You said you get a +2 for that?
Yes, you can give a. Was that to help people? That wasn't for one of your own checks. Sorry. You're right. That was one of your checks. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can give a +2, just as an action.
Okay, and I can do that after the dice is rolled.
I would say that you can do that after.
Okay, cool. All right, I
That
have
doesn't count
that.
as one of your actions either.
Cool, because if I can bump someone from a regular to a crit or something, I would really like that.
Okay.
All right, continue. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. She'll then do an intimidation check. Oh my god.
Because that's another 2.
That's another 2. So
Okay.
the audience is like very afraid of these snakes that have come forward and started biting at them. But then she is going to try and reel them in. So this is going to be 5 difficulty high. So I guess it's a -4 to this check.
Thank you, Snow.
Critical, natural 20. That's another 2 excitement just from Elysia.
Elysia just got a
She's
6
hitting it.
all on her own. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, if you wanted to help at all there or help generate more excitement with any of that, you can, but yeah.
No, I think that was perfect.
Okay, so Elysia very excitedly pulls her snakes with her back behind the curtain and lets Yolandar take the show.
She's getting a raise, I tell you what. All right, so I return to center stage with the bullhorn on, maybe a little infectious enthusiasm sprinkled here and there. As I kind of applaud for the snake charmer walking out, and I say, "My, what a wonderful performance! I was shaking in my boots. I think there's a snake in my boot. But I tell you what, we don't have. No, I tell you what doesn't have snakes. That's what I'm trying to say. That is the strongest orc alive, as well as the tumbling dwarven triplets with their new addition, the bow-legged bowman.
That was good.
The bow-legged bowman? That one just came to me. I love it.
Love that
Bow-legged
so,
bowman.
so fucking much.
Okay, so we'll
Bow-legged
first do the
bowman.
first trick. So Rug, we're actually going to start off with you. So what's your trick? So you're coming out to do your lifting trick, right?
Yeah. I think to find.
So how are you? So what are you doing? You is the method helping you out? What's going on for your first
No,
lift? Or
apparently we can like communicate with each other. So.
well, no, you just don't get a bonus to when the method helps you at all. It can still help you. So like, what's your first trick going to be? Like, what are you just going to lift the heaviest thing you have? Or are you going to use the method right off the bat? What are you doing here?
I think I'm just gonna lift the heaviest thing I have around me.
Okay, so that'll just be an athletics check then.
Now, do I have any type of circumstance I add on or no?
Actually, yes, you do, because you got that crit, right? So you're getting +2 to your athletics check. And you need an 18.
A 19.
That's an excitement as you lift up a very heavy object.
Oh,
That's all right.
Okay, so you can either choose to lift something else up heavy, or you can try to hold it in the air with fortitude. So if you do fortitude, if you do athletics again, it's at a -5 to what you were currently getting before. Whereas the fortitude will just be a fortitude check with +1.
I'll try fortitude.
Okay.
Yeah. 29.
That's
Ooh.
a crit. So you start holding that very heavy thing that everyone's like, okay, that's heavy, but like, whatever. But you start holding it with one hand.
And after I do that, I pretty much throw it up in the air and then punch it to pretty much smash it.
Do you have the method encrusted in stone first?
I'm sure, I guess, but
Lee, do you want to use your aid check here with a method? Because you've got a few of them, or do you want to use it elsewhere? Because you've got 3 checks you can do. Or you can save a check for medicine, because I know you do that too.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I
Why?
only have 1 + 1 to methods, so I prefer to save that for
that's fair.
different acts.
Okay, Cookie. So do you want to do athletics at -5 or fortitude at -4?
Which one is higher for
Because you-
him with the minus?
His athletics is slightly higher, but yeah, athletics will be slightly higher, but it's athletics -5.
Because of circumstance.
Which is a 7, whereas his fortitude. What's fortitude?
It's
-4 is a
+10,
6.
but it'll be -4. It'll be 6, yeah.
Okay, so athletics slightly better.
Oh yeah, bitches.
That's another excitement. So Rogue has generated 4 excitement.
Woo!
Wait, let me check something real quick. I may have gotten something wrong here.
If Tim's numbers are all right, we are up to 12 out of the 23 we need.
It might be higher because Cookie's a higher level, and I kind of forgot about that little part here. Sorry, 1 second. When Chrome crashed, I lost all of my notes.
Chrome, how could you?
And I just realized we were supposed to have Yosemite go at the same time and alternate between them. Sorry about that.
That's all good. I
That's
mean,
fine.
technically it is happening all at the same time, but like for our purposes.
Yeah, let me check this one thing though. Perform a trick. So sorry, it's to the trick level. So actually, you're generating. Your trick level is 4. So your successes generated. Your successes generated 4 excitement each.
4 excitement
And your
each?
crit generated, yeah. So he got 8 from that. Yeah, Cookie's a higher level, so he generates more excitement when his tricks work well. Then his critical success, in addition, so his critical success generated 8 excitement and 4 anticipation.
All right, so the anticipation's going up to 27.
27, yeah.
And
No.
he got what? That's not a bad thing, especially since you just got. What did he get us then?
He got
4,
a total
8,
of plus 16.
And I only put in 4, so I got to put 8 more in. Holy crap! 2,
Yeah.
3, 6.
Also, Elysia got a crit as well. So Elysia's going to raise, and actually she got crits on all 3, so she raised anticipation by 3.
So that's up to 30.
Yeah, it's up to 30 now. Sorry, I should have. The
So
critical
we're at
successes.
So we've already
Are
passed by 3.
24 to
That's
30.
fine, right?
Yeah, we're at
24
24 out of 30.
yep.
Okay, geez, that's going way faster than it did last time.
Yeah, higher levels help.
I guess. Jeez.
Okay, so the dwarven throwers are going to try and help. Actually, so wait, I'll wait till Yosemite asks them to help. But Yosemite, describe your 3 tricks that you're doing.
Okay, so
Wait,
for the
guess
first
what?
one,
I gotta uncostume Sidium.
Oh, sorry.
What do I roll?
Do you want to roll? Are you
go
using
try.
fashionista or are you doing crafting?
Oh my god, I can use fashionista.
Can you roll an occultism check for fashionista?
I would love to roll in a. I would love. Absolutely, I am going to burn a first level spell for that.
what the hell is going on? Oh,
Magic.
that's gonna happen to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
+1 status bonus.
Yeah, so-
and then
so-
also roll an occultism.
Yeah, roll. Yeah, so I'm gonna say for that diversion thing he's doing with the magic trick, he's gonna get a +1 bonus for that just because
Okay.
of fashionista. But then
Fine.
also, let's roll an occultism check and see how great the costume you just put on
So
him.
happy.
Party
Roll.
City.
Nice.
Okay, so it turns out that the what looked like a Party City costume was really just looked like that in the wrong light.
No, it was a tearaway.
It was a
Oh,
tearaway costume. And the beard is even more bedazzled, and it's beautiful.
Excellent.
What appears as like an accidental like misfiring of like his crossbow like actually just like tears the ribbons like tying it together.
Yes, absolutely. That is what. That is exactly what happened.
So you're gonna get a +1 to all your checks, and then an additional +1 for your deception check when you do your magic trick.
And a +2.
Oh my god,
What-
I
where
got way
did
too
the-
many.
The
Wait, the
+2 that was from earlier.
oh, the +2 on one of his tricks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim handed out too many
Okay.
bonuses. He doesn't know what to do with them.
I know.
Yeah,
So-
I'm writing them on a post-it. I'm losing track. I got.
Well, it's going to be bad because the dwarven throwers are about to help you as well whenever you ask them to. So, what's your first trick, Chuck?
All right, so the first trick, and I will need the assistance of the dwarven throwers. There's 3 out there. I'm gonna have 2. One stand on the shoulders of another and hold an apple. Just hold it in the air, his arms outreach. I'm going to hop on the shoulders of the other dwarven acrobat, and I will attempt to shoot the apple, just to get the crowd warmed up.
Okay. So, they're going to roll a acrobatics check.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, they're 2 away from a crit.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah, but that's just for a help check. That's not for
Yeah,
excitement,
it's
right?
just for a help check.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so instead of giving +2, they're only going to give +1.
That's okay, because I'm pretty sure
That's
Chuck's
okay.
getting like +8 right now. So
Well, it depends on what he decides to use.
Yeah.
So he's getting a total of +1 from his costume.
Mm-hmm.
Then he also has a +1 from the dwarves, so that's a +2. He has an optional +2 that he can use during any of his checks.
All right.
And then any deception check he does gets an additional +1. And he has his prop failed, so never mind. So it's just those things. So on this check you have +2 and an optional and another optional +2 if you want, or you could put that on one of your later checks. And your deception check that you roll already has +2 on it. I guess
Okay.
+3 on it. No, +2. Sorry, I'm forgetting all my bonuses. Miss.
math is hard.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't there a GOG one that you could help me out with, or is that the +2 one?
That
That's
was
the
one of the
+2.
plus.
That's part of the +2.
That was one of the-
That's the optional +2. Yeah. So she helped you with the
All right.
costume. That's +1.
Okay.
The dwarves helped you. That's +2. You have an optional +2 from GOG
That was it.
that you can apply to any one of these 3 checks.
All right now, I'm gonna just have with the +1 costume and the +1 dwarf.
Okay. So
That's all I
could
need.
you roll a reflex check for me to make
I
sure you
can.
don't hit these poor dwarves?
With the modifier, do I put a +1 in there, or
I'll put a
Don't worry
+2
about
in there because you're getting 1 from the costume, 1 from the dwarves helping you out.
got it? All right. Oh boy.
Nice.
So that was a normal success. So that's going to, because yours is, I guess your checks are technically 19s now because you're level 4s. Okay, sorry. I was saying 18 before, but it's 19s. When Cookie crit, he got a 29, right? Okay, good. Okay, so that's going to generate your level of excitement, which is level 4.
We get 4.
Now, for your second trick, do you want to do the deception thing, or do you want to do another, or do you want to shoot again?
I'm gonna shoot again. All right.
Okay,
So this
just
time,
remember, each time you shoot, you get a cumulative -5 to it.
Okay. So if I do the deception, then go back to shooting, would that reset me?
No.
Never mind. All right. All right. Then here we go. We're going down now.
But the deception will have its own counter to it, basically.
Okay. All right. So for this one, I'm going to, on the count of 3, the dwarves with the apple are going to throw that in the air, and the dwarf that's with me is going to throw me in the air, and I'm going to shoot it in midair, and I'm going to use the +2 for the GOG.
Okay, so it's basically going to be just a normal check for you because it's a. Oh, sorry, no, it's going to be a -1. So it's going to be reflex -1 because it's a -5, but then also +4 from all the other bonuses.
All right.
Actually,
so,
if the the dwarves have to roll again because they're assisting you here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be -1 total.
All right. A +1. Let me get rid of that. Oh. Yep, I got it. 28.
So
Close
can
to a crit.
so can I react to excite this up?
You can use that +2 that you had from earlier, where with your rehearsal stuff.
For a crit, I think oh, should I, or should I save it for someone that's close to failing instead?
Oh,
That's
a good
what the
point.
clowns are for.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I can
Hit that
check.
apple.
The failure still happens with the clowns. It just keeps our excitement from going down.
Yep.
Whereas, I mean, we're already at, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're already at 28 out of 30.
So
We
this
don't
will
really need-
this will raise excitement by 8,
Mm-hmm.
but also raise anticipation by 4. If you decide to put it here.
Hold off.
Oh
hold off.
crap!
We-
I never rolled the random events. Sorry, you guys do that. I'm gonna roll a secret roll real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna. All right. Chuck said hold off. I'm gonna hold off then.
Yeah, or yeah.
Let me see what these were.
Gracker, thank
Sorry,
you for the
one
biddies,
second.
Gracker. You
I
are
forgot to roll
still
these.
amazing. Always amazing. Never not amazing.
Okay, that one will be really funny. And then the other one was. Okay. We'll do that one in a second here. Okay,
Also-
so that ended up not being.
Tim, remember we have 2 security guards. I'm not sure if that affects your random roll.
I will allow them to re-roll one of these if they want to.
Okay.
When it comes up.
Okay.
So they can basically tell me no, that didn't happen.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we decided not to do that, so it was just a +4.
Yeah, just the +4.
Okay, cool. So, because of how amazing that act was, people start flowing into the stadium, into the circus. Now, if the securities guards want, they could have said that they took precautions against this and stopped so many people from flowing in. If the people flow in, and you can force me to stop this random event, if they roll in, it's a total of +46 anticipation to the show.
40 plus 4, so we'd be at 76.
4d6.
Oh, 4 D6s. All right, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bad.
So the
Not as
maximum
bad.
of +24. Extra.
Okay.
Maximum of +24.
That one. All right, so we are at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're at 32 right now. And we still have 4 acts left. What do you? I'll leave it to you guys, but I kind of think we should just let them come in.
No,
I'm just
anticipation.
Rock. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Of course, there could be someone in the crowd we don't want. That's always
It's funny for us
problem.
to take them.
yeah. I mean, I think like we would have like, allocated like overflow area of like, we'll let everybody in, but like, they're delegated to like, beside the
So-
bleachers or whatever.
How many
Standing
d6s? How many d6s do you want to let in? Because I'll let you choose that if you want.
Oh,
From 0 to 4d6.
half.
2d6.
Sure.
Anticipation goes up by 6
All right,
from
so
the
at
crowds flowing in during
Right.
the show.
36 anticipation.
So 32 to 36.
Yep, so we're only 4 short right now with 4 acts left.
Sorry, I wanted to keep it like at least moderate,
You're fine.
so they don't go crazy on us. So
You're fine.
Okay, so
The job of security.
Yeah.
Yosemite, you actually have one more act if you want to do it. You can do your little magic trick if you want to, or you can try to go for one more shot with the reflex check.
Oh, here's the fun part. The magic trick requires a shot. So,
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it's the magic trick that is the. I mean, you can choose to flavor it however you want, but reflex, you're
Okay.
gonna be at a -10 for reflex if you roll that again.
let's go with the magic trick. We're going with the magic
Okay.
All right. So, first time doing this. Bear with me. We're going to work this out together.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to pull out my cards, and I'm going to look at someone in the audience and cast Fascinating Performance.
Okay, so that's your feat, right? So you don't actually have to cast it.
Okay. Yeah, that's my feed. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It just sort of happens.
Yeah.
Not sure how to put
So you're
that into the
fascinating.
chat.
You're fascinating. You're not an expert in performance. You're fascinating one person in the audience.
Right. Because I'm going to use them to help me out. But first, I want to get them
Okay.
fascinated.
Okay.
I heard first I want to get him assassinated.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm going to point one of the people out here, or does it matter for you?
No, you don't need to point it. If you want to point somebody out, whatever you want.
First row, bearded guy. Yeah, that guy right there.
They all have beards. That guy? Okay.
Yeah, gray, that one. Yeah. We're just gonna get that one going.
Yeah.
Reservers in a situation. Okay.
They all
You have to
Okay, don't worry too much about it because that's more of a combat ability than any. I mean, like.
Oh, okay. I thought I could do both. Okay.
I mean, you can. So, I mean, the point is, he'll take a will check against whatever you roll here for deception.
Okay. All right, perfect. So then, at that point, I'm going to have him pull out the cards and say, "I want you to pick a card from this deck," but I'm going to try to guide him towards the 21st card on the left.
Okay. Well, so he failed, which means you succeed, which you're getting an additional +1 to your deception. So you're getting the +1 from your costume. You're getting the +1 that you did earlier, and you're getting an additional +1 from this. So you're getting a total of +3 to your deception check here for your performance.
Yes.
You need a 19.
Did he already use the +2 bonus?
Sorry?
Was the +2 bonus also for deception, or did he already use that?
He already used that on the last check.
Yeah.
That was from the luck stuff that Veronica gave him. So it's a total of +3 to whatever your normal deception is.
All right. Have him pick the card. Have him show the audience, but don't show me. I'm going to watch him carefully put it back in. Then I'm going to have him throw the cards up in the air, and I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow and hit the one that he chose.
Okay.
Lord. And there you go. What do I do now?
Roll a deception check with +3 on top of whatever you would normally roll.
Woof.
Oh, unfortunately short.
He needed a 19, didn't he?
A 19.
Yeah.
So my plus.
You guys
2
are level
doesn't help.
4. You guys are level 4 now, so rather than 16s, you need 19s now.
Wow.
But you generate 4 times the amount of excitement when it succeeds now.
All right.
So unfortunately, not only do you take out the wrong card, but you get so flustered by it that it misses. But luckily, it was all right. Everyone's still very happy with what you did this time.
You didn't shoot anybody, so that's a plus.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't kill
There you go.
anybody.
All right. I blow kisses, take a bow, and trot off back with the dwarves.
Okay, and Rug also heads back.
All right. So while they head back, I am going to, where is it? Cast mirror image.
Actually, wait. How does send in the clowns work? Sorry. Because I think you can send in the clowns. Sorry. Send in. You can make that trick be a succeeded trick if you want by sending in the clowns for the +4 if you want it.
I'm tempted to, but we still have 4 acts left and only 3 chances to use Send in the Clowns, and I'm still I'm a little shell-shocked from the last time we did this, and we had 87 accidents. So, I mean, Chuck did his first 2 really well, and he didn't kill anyone on the 3rd one, so I count that as
That's
a success, you know?
Those are big
good.
wins, big wins.
No one has been hurt yet. We're off to a good
Everyone's
start.
alive. Things on fire.
So yeah, I'm gonna come in clapping and casting mirror image and be like, I always wondered what it would be like to have triplets or to be a triplet, and then start fake talking to myself back and forth. But I think one of me is insufferable enough. So now it's time for the grand act, the one, the only, the great Mordain.
Okay, the crowd goes wild as Mordain appears with her assistant.
Iffy?
Oh yeah, with her assistant Tiffy, and Tiffy fills in the water tank that is brought out by the assistants, and she locks herself into her handcuffs and gets her whole escape routine ready, and then they start to fill up the container with water. So Mordain is first going to do a fortitude check. And she gets a +2. Crit. So Mordain generates a total of 2 normally. So what she's going to do is do 4 excitement and 2 anticipation.
And 2 anticipation. Okay, so it's 38 there.
Yeah, so she's going to get a total of ±3 on this one. So that's just +2 excitement.
She needs a 29.
Yeah, she needs a 29.
Can I use my +2 help here?
You can, yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling better because we only have 3 acts after this, and I still have 3 clowns I can send in. So I can use my
that's
+2
an additional. That's an additional +4 and +2 anticipation.
Okay.
And now she has to escape with thievery.
Oh.
Bitch.
Okay, it wasn't a critical failure, so she manages to get out, but not in a very great way. Tiffy manages to get some of the water out, but it was sort of a failed trick, but it's not so bad that it messes up anticipation.
Okay, that's the important part. I mean, 2 crits and a regular fail, that's fine. 3 acts and 3 clowns left. I think that's a good set. All right.
And you haven't raised excitement or anticipation or anything yet.
Yeah, well, all these crits have been raising the anticipation by themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Because we started at 27, we're up to 40. And excitement-wise, we're at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're at 40 right now, too. So, like, we're right on the money at this exact moment. So...
so let's jump to actually, let me think here. You can keep your +2 if you want. Lee, if you want to try one of the method checks for the +1 first to give her what she needs, because she actually only needs a 28 because she's level. Because you had a method out there if you want to do that, or you could prepare for medical checks, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because you have 3 actions this show too.
Yeah, you're kind of just like flying through the
Sorry.
rolls. Yeah, I think I will use the tell Tiffy to assist her to get that crit.
Okay.
So is there a roll for that one, or is it just...
Yeah. He'll roll a performance check as like
okay.
or do you want diplomacy or performance?
It's the same.
Okay, well, whichever one you want.
Actually, I guess it's not entirely the same.
However, you're encouraging your methods.
I'll do diplomacy. Since worst case, it will allow me to.
Okay, well, we can keep the +2 if you want for the critical success then.
All right. That's fine.
Okay, did Veronica get back?
I'm here.
Oh, I didn't know she...
Do you want to do your costume checks real quick before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you can do it for Axel's amazing. Wait, is Axel out this time? I didn't even think about that.
Oh, we have to see if he has stage fright.
Oh yeah. So first, do you want to do your costume check for Axel?
Yeah. What did was that crafting?
That is, yeah. Since you used fashion, actually, you still have another spell slot if you want to do occultism again.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. I'm gonna do occultism because he's my good lad and he just needs the help. That's not enough.
That's a +1. No, that's exactly what you needed.
Oh, cool.
19, yeah.
19 is what you need. Would you like to do the same for the Featherfall 5 with crafting, I guess, since you're out of spell slots there?
Yeah. Sounds good. Come on, there we go. I wanted to also see if I had anything else I could use, but I
Yeah.
don't think I do.
Blood Vendetta might not be the best thing to use here.
Blood Vendetta probably not gonna do me any favors here. Yeah,
But
okay.
why
I'll do
not?
crafting. My crafting's not so great.
Oh.
Great enough.
Yeah, so they're also getting a +1 to their checks.
Excellent. Gog is just like peeking out from behind the curtain, just being like, "They're so shiny." She just wipes a single tear from her eye.
Okay,
They're
so
beautiful.
let's see what Axel. If Axel,
Swana John.
yeah, he is getting a +1. Axel's going out.
All right. All right. Any other pre-act things there?
I don't know if Lee wanted to do any pre-act stuff or if he wanted to have stuff to do during the act. I don't know. However, he wants to help out.
Wait,
Okay,
so
well,
it-
I will
is-
let you know
During
this.
the act.
What?
I think I'll just help out during the act.
Helped out during the. So there actually is something that you get for your security guard thing. Cookie handled the crowds coming in, but the last event happens here. There's drama in the Featherfall 5, and they start arguing amongst themselves. Apparently, two of them have been dating Axel at the same time, and
I do.
they're very unhappy with each other, and
Yeah.
someone needs to take care of it. Now, as the security guard, you can step in and
Wow.
force order there, or you can let it happen and see if they manage to fix it amongst themselves before they go in.
Yeah, I mean, may as well try and see if I can help resolve it. So worst case, they're just gonna tell me to fuck off.
I think
So
they're
you're
gonna tell you to
friends with them?
flock off.
Hey-oh.
I'm gonna say that you're gonna get a +4 circumstance bonus from friendship, because you know the Featherfall 5 really well.
Power of friendship.
Could you roll a diplomacy check for me, or intimidate, or deception, and make them think that maybe they weren't dating Axel at all.
You're just gaslighting them at this point?
Yeah, literally +0s to all of those.
No.
Friendship plus.
Oh my god.
Friendship.
Okay. Was really hoping that wasn't gonna be that roll.
Hero point.
Okay.
Hero point.
Yeah, if you want, you could hero point it. I forgot about hero points.
Yeah. Why not?
There you go.
Hey.
Huge. So not only do you resolve this soapy drama, but you also convince them that they're stronger together without Axel, and you've sort of like bonded them together even better than before. So they're gonna get a +2 to all of their all their checks here.
Nice.
So Featherfall 5 is gonna be kind of a big deal here.
So we like.
So Ringmaster, go ahead.
All right, so we clap once again as Mordain walks off with Tiffy,
Tiffy.
the method.
Or Typhos.
Nah, Tiffy. And now we have Birds, Fire, and Featherfall 5 coming up. Do I have any magic to go with this? I kind of do. And now for feats defying the laws of nature, I use Mage Hand to levitate my sword. My sword's out there. I have Mage Hand just sort of floating my sword around. We have
It's a children's show.
Not that kind of sword. Jeez. We have
That's behind the scenes short.
yeah.
That's our circus XXX.
It's a 3x instead of a three ring.
Yeah.
We have the amazing Axel and his what's his act actually called? Like the
Axel's Amazing Aviary.
Axel's Amazing Aviary, the Featherfall 5, and I don't know what the fire act is called.
The Flamboni
Flambonis.
The
Sisters.
Flamboni Sisters! And then my mage hand flings the sword into the air, where I catch it and disappear.
Ooh.
I catch it up my sleeve, too, because that's where my spirit sheath is. It just disappears up my sleeve.
Yeah. Okay. Lee.
Snow,
you've
thank you for the
got-
stretch and hydrate.
How? Hydrate? Okay, I'm hydrating.
Oh, I actually thought I muted myself for that, but you can hydrate too, guys.
Okay, I have hydrated. Okay, so you've got how many methods out there? 2 methods out there?
Ew, yeah.
Do you want to have either of them help? Do you want to have them help on the harder performances, or?
Yeah. That would be rather help with the harder ones.
Okay, so so actually we'll do the Featherfall 5 last. So Axel's Amazing Aviary, he's gonna do a nature check here to have his birds go out, and just short of a crit. So Axel's giving +1 excitement.
So I can't help excite there, right?
Well, so okay, let me read exactly what you do. Sorry. So you can either hyper performance,
Okay, that's
which
for
is calling
anticipation.
attention. Yeah, that increases anticipation. Or you can highlight a performance, which is you make a performance check at the level of the trick being highlighted.
Thank you for the look, Solomon.
And you get a -5 if it's used twice, -10 if it's used 3 times during the event. On a critical success, you generate excitement equal to twice the trick level. So basically, you do the trick again. Like, you bring so much attention to the trick that it causes
that
it
it
to
gets-
go off.
Okay, gotcha. So I can't.
Again.
I don't have anything that actually helps him with that part.
No. I mean, you could do an aid check if you wanted instead. To just try and give him a...
No, I think that's good. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna end up doing anticipation soon, actually.
Okay.
But you said he gives us 1 excitement for that.
Yeah, 1 excitement.
Okay.
Flamboni Sisters are doing their thing. They're giving 1 excitement as well. Featherfall 5 are doing their first their acrobatics check. And they're getting a... Oh, sorry. Axel was supposed to get a +1 from the costume. Axel did crit.
Hey!
Oh, okay.
So Axel actually gave 2 excitement and 1 anticipation. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I thought you'd already added that. That's why I didn't say anything.
No, I forgot. Sorry.
Always assume he forgot.
Always assume I forgot. And the Featherfall 5 are getting a total of a +3. And they still failed.
Oof.
They are just not...
So you can
Wow.
either turn it into a success with the clowns.
I was just thinking that. That would just give
Round
us 1 point, though, right?
What do you mean?
It would just give us 1 excitement.
2
It
excitement.
would give us 2 excitement. Are there checks worse or anything after this?
Well, they're going to do a reflex check after this, and then another reflex check after that.
I don't think we need the success here, guys, because we're at 41 for anticipation and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43 points right now.
Okay.
So I think we're safe with a regular fail. I'm worried they're gonna all fall and break their necks.
And you're going to need all the clowns.
I'm
you
gonna
can
need
get.
all 3 clowns in the next roll here. So
Okay,
I'm nervous.
So you're not doing anything there?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, so Axel's doing his check. Axel succeeded on his next check, so that's another excitement.
Okay.
Flamboni sisters are doing their check. They're at just a straight up -5.
Oh.
They didn't fail critically, but they did fail.
Okay, we'll just let that go.
Okay. Featherfall 5 has now moved on to reflex checks, but they are still getting their +3. They're just
Yay.
short of a crit,
Uh,
so that's a normal success.
That's 2.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. All right. Now we're at the phase where there's only 3 checks left, right?
Yes.
And I have 3 actions I can still do, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna do 1 for each of them now, and it's up to them whether it's clowns. Okay. All right. So who's the next one?
So you're gonna let them do their final things?
Yeah, I'm gonna let them. So, when they do their final things, I can decide to send in the clowns, build anticipation, or build excitement. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna when he goes, if he fails horribly, I'll send in the clowns. If he doesn't, I'll build excitement or probably build anticipation first. But yeah.
Yeah, he's not rolling great here.
Oh.
Just short of a critical fail, though. He's okay.
Cool.
Normal failure.
Normal failure. So we'll send in the clowns for that last one there, to make it a success, right?
Yep.
So that gives us 1.
That gives you 1.
Okay.
They don't notice as the birds go a little haphazard because the clowns are suddenly in their face.
Okay.
Um.
The Flamboni sisters.
So these.
And I have 2 actions left as well, or only 1? I don't remember.
We only have 1
Oh,
action left
sorry.
for each of these.
So who do you want to help? You've got 2 actions left. You got. So you might as well roll an aid check for both the Featherfall 5 and for the Flamboni sisters.
Well, that's where his 2 methods are, isn't it?
Yep. So do you want to do the Flamboni sisters first? Because they're about to
Yeah.
go.
Where it is.
Solomon, we don't have a bard, but it'd be nice if we did.
That was beautiful.
Good diplomacy.
So that's going to reset their check here. So they're just going to roll
Oh,
a...
nice.
So they're going to get a +1 for they're going to generate 1 excitement.
They're going to generate 1 excitement. All right. So, while they're generating excitement, I'm going to use that to generate anticipation.
Okay.
So they're flinging knives back and forth. They're on fire. The mephit does its thing to help, and I'm just like, "Wow! Would you look at that?" Just really loud.
So you need a 16 to succeed because you roll at their level, so you need a 16
Okay, it's a what check?
performance check.
Performance check. God damn it!
Hero
Or
point?
clowns.
Yeah, might as well use a hero point, I guess. Why not? Roll, keep
Works for
yours
me.
Intimidation. Why are you intimidating them?
Oh, that's weird. Well, it's the same number for me, but that's weird that it was intimidation. Why can't I re-roll with a hero point?
Does that have a hero point?
I should. We just started the session, didn't we?
Yeah,
I
but I
guess-
didn't give you your hero point. Sorry.
Oh,
It's
okay.
there now. Do it now.
There we go. Son of a bitch!
Oof. So a critical fail. Oh gosh, and you can't send in the clowns on yourself.
Welcome to my world, Chris. Welcome to my world.
You subtract 1 anticipation from it
Oh.
because they're only a level 1 performance.
All right, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you got hit by a knife or something, and they're just like, "I'm fine, I'm okay."
I'm okay.
Okay, and the Featherfall 5. Lee, would you like to direct your method to try and catch people in case things go wrong here?
Intimidate.
Yeah. So I also have another +1 for use during the Featherfall 5. So am I rolling for
Sounds
both?
good. Yeah, throw that on there too.
It was like, I don't even know where these are coming from anymore. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Sure, sounds good.
Yay!
Never mind, they're just
Oh wait,
rolling.
hang on. I have a reaction.
Oh.
So it's just a regular failure.
Squawk.
That is amazing. Okay.
Oh my god.
Like the
Okay.
best Tengu ability ever. How is that the
I was waiting for it to come into play
How is that the first time we've used that?
Oh my god.
because I don't roll deception, intimidation, or diplomacy.
Incredible.
-5 +3, so it's -2. Okay. Here go the Featherfall 5. They give two excitement to end off the show.
They get 2 excitement. I would like to use my last action to try and raise anticipation.
Okay.
They do acrobatics and all kinds of crazy stuff above me, and I'm just gonna yell up and say, "For the crowd, do a flip!" And one of them does a flip, see if that revs up the crowd, Performance.
Yep.
There we go.
So that's gonna raise anticipation by 4.
All right.
So it should be 50 out of 44.
Yeah, that's what I got.
That's the end of the show.
How much did we get?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Come again next time when we will have even more death-defying, astounding, and wayward wonders.
The crowd goes wild. They're all incredibly happy with what they just saw, incredibly impressed. And you'll be the talk of the town for days, and not in like the horrible way that you were before.
Not in the horrible maimed our entire crew way.
Yeah, it was bad.
I didn't get it.
So, you guys are going to get. So your current prestige is 1. So you're going to get 1 plus 1. So you're going to have 2 times. What was your anticipation?
44.
44.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after successful performance. Okay, so your total payout for the event will be 88 gold. After, so it's 88 gold after all of the after all the profit. So that's a 88 gold profit from this show.
Everyone's been paid already, is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's been paid already. So the circus now has 88 gold in its coffers now.
Nice, because it only had
And-
10?
Yeah, and because that was a good show, you're going to increase your prestige. So now you're a prestige level 3 circus.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it.
So your circus prestige gets basically you do 1 plus your circus prestige, and you multiply that by whatever your anticipation for the show was for a success, and that's how much gold you earn.
Ah.
So if you have like 5 prestige, that means you're doing 6 times your anticipation for the amount of gold you earn.
I like it.
So now you're at anticipation. What did I say? Anticipation.
You mean
There you
prestige? Prestige 3.
Prestige, yeah, Circus Prestige 3. So you're now at Circus Prestige 3. So you will make wait, I think I meant 2 because you were at 1 before, and that was a normal show. Yeah, sorry. You're
Yes,
at
it was
2.
a normal show. It was the best show we've ever done.
So it'll be 2, which means 3 times. The formula is weird, but yeah, you're making good money. It's basically the formula is done in such a way where you could never earn 0.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there we go.
Aye.
So far your circus has earned 92 gold
Beautiful.
because you earned 4 gold last time. And 88
Hey.
gold this time.
Hey, that's a pretty big bump.
Yeah, and there we go. So that was our circus event there.
It's all thanks to the methods,
It's
obviously.
all thanks to the methods.
Trust the method, man. Just gotta
And
trust
the amount of
method.
crits we rolled, jeez.
Yeah.
Just through crits,
Um,
we raised anticipation that much, basically. That was wild.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything I had for today, guys. I figured we can probably end a little bit early and then
Yeah.
come back to the
Yeah.
main part of the adventure next
This
week.
is the main part of the adventure.
Do we earn any experience for a show?
Good question.
I don't actually
Let
remember if we
me
do or not.
see. The rules don't say you do.
I mean, it's fine if we don't. I just don't remember if we did or not before. And if we do get experience, I want it, But if we don't, then can I have it anyways?
Good talk.
We're gonna. I'll look into the experience thing.
All right. Okay, so then you guys chill out for a bit. I'm gonna close out with the stream and go raid somebody, and we'll call it a night. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks,
Alrighty.
everybody.
All right. I'm gonna deafen up here. We're gonna turn off the camera. Switch over to my face. Hello. Oh god, I gotta change this again.
That was so fun.
I was waiting for like Squawk to come up.
I'm
Just like,
so
There we go.
excited by that. I was just so incredible.
There we go. Now we're deafened. Anyways, big thank you everyone that came by and hung out with me today. Hang out with us today. This was amazing. So much fun. I love doing these tabletop RPG things. They're such a good time. Our next stream is going to be on Friday. We'll be with Tank Girl 90 playing some we're all blurry. Hearts of Iron 4. I've been playing as the UK while she plays as Canada. We just started it. Brand new. It's going to be good. The stream after that on Saturday, we are starting a Pokemon Nuzlocke Soul Link with Chibi Rokami. It's going to be so much fun. It's my first Nuzlocke. It's my first time ever playing Pokemon Black and White. And it's my first Soul Link. So it's going to be chaos for certain. Anyways, who is we going to raid? Let's find someone good to raid. Everyone's good to raid, right? Do we want to raid Kazahana Setsuka playing Pokemon Unite? So yeah, let's do that. Let's raid her. /raid Kazahana Setsuka. I think I got it spelled. Kazahana Setsuka. Yeah, there we go. Be sure to show her some love. She is sweet, and she deserves your love. Looks like it says charity. Explanation point charity. She might be raising money for charity too. So if you can give, please feel free to. But no pressure. I will see you guys on Friday. For now, farewell.